Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton appeared on NBC's Meet the Press Sunday morning. During the interview, host Chuck Todd pressed Clinton on the topic of abortion. When or if does an unborn child have constitutional rights? Todd asked. The aspiring presidential candidate said that the rights outlined in the United States Constitution are not applicable to unborn children. Was Hillary invoking the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or any United States law? Nope. The go-to reason of her injudiciousness and faint-heartedness was Roe v. Wade, the ruling that has since been renounced by its former victorious plaintiff, Norma McCorvey, A.K.A. Jane Roe. Here's Mrs. Clinton's statement. While Clinton acknowledges the created unborn person, in contradiction, she does not believe that person has unalienable rights to life, liberty, or pursuit of happiness. Agreeing with God, our American framers authorized and established that we are created, not born equal, with unalienable rights, and that, according to the Fifth Amendment, no person, government, or court ruling can deprive us of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. In other words, you must be convicted of a crime to forfeit your rights. To operate, condone, or practice otherwise is to criminally break American law, and the consequences are fatal. Let me explain with the following analogy. After the release of superhero movies in theaters, many young people have an insatiable desire to fly. That's right, fly. In an attempt to satisfy young people's desire to fly, a group of progressives moved to make the law of gravity illegal. What? Why? That's nonsense, you say. Well, you see, gravity is a law that is discriminatory. It won't let anyone with the genuine desire to fly fulfill his or her passion. A movement begins, the media covers it non-stop, and soon after the legislature passes it and the president signs and enforces it, the law of gravity no longer exists, or so they think. Trusting their government knows best and that there is no fear of harm, the next morning people all over America tragically start jumping off of buildings. Some are equipped with capes and some without. People find out quickly that, in fact, you don't break the law breaks you. Please understand what Hillary, the Supreme Court, and even what we want does not change the consequence of violating a law of nature that God created. You shall not murder is as pertinent today as it was when God created us with the right to life. He created this law as a protection, and violation of His law means self-destruction. This destruction is now in plain sight. Youth are finding out that 1/3 of their brothers and sisters, classmates, and friends have been murdered in the womb. Victims of this mind-twist philosophy called pro-choice are finding out that 31% of those having abortions report suffering physical health complications, 10% potentially life-threatening. 65% of women suffer symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, with suicide rates 6 times higher than those who give birth. When we abandon God's Word, we abandon all rationality. We instead have to prop up an abstract morality full of contradictions and deceit. This is Jake MacAulay with the Institute on the Constitution, bringing you the American View.